We have 5 boys, and we lost our son Michael to suicide in 2019 completely unexpectedly. And the trauma and the grief process was so absolutely hard. It was just so difficult to process through losing a child, let alone, losing a child to suicide. The very first thing that I, really wanted was to talk to other parents that this had happened to. And I really, really, really wanted to make that connection with somebody who had been through the same thing that I've been through. It was really hard to find. It was really hard to process all the grief. Really in my process, I realized how important it is to be able to connect with other people who have gone through the same thing. And so it's really important that we get help when these traumatic things happen, because when you don't get the help or lean into it, you could just be stuck in the grief, stuck without processing. We're starting, this is our very first grief and trauma process group. We're starting with doing this group for 8 weeks with Dr. Sarah Moreland. She's amazing. Her concentration is in grief, and she understands the trauma process. What the goal is in this process group is to have this communication with this group of people, with these parents, that we would then build that connectivity with one another and support, and build that further community so that there is a real support system going forward, and that connection is really built within the group. My husband and I are going to be part of it because we're still processing, and it's just amazing when you build that communication with other parents. You end up building that connectivity together, so there's a support system and community. And so that's really what we're looking to do, and to give people that space to be able to move through and talk about what they're going through. Because what we've found in our grief is that being able to just talk about it, and being able to know that there's people in the room that have gone through the same exact thing is just so, so powerful. We decided to, keep our group limited to 10, just so that the group feels safe, that there's not too many people, where everyone in the group can get to know each other. We can get to know each other's stories. We can connect with one another. We absolutely have plans. This is near and dear to my heart, being a mother who has lost a child to suicide, to see there being ongoing groups going forward, because it is so important to process and to get it out and to connect with other people who understand and truly can listen to you when you're struggling. We can become an encouragement to one another. And I believe this is always going to be near and dear to my heart, just because of my personal experience of losing Mikey. We just have future plans to keep groups going that have specific focuses for grief and trauma. When you lose someone to suicide, if you don't tend to that grief, the statistic of somebody also taking their life, is higher. Please contact us for more information at info@knowingyoumatter.org.